Hello YouTube. Now today, I'll be making a different video. Not being on speakers this time. Instead, it'll be on cameras. However, my main camera will not be the main focus of this video. Instead, it will be this camera. Yeah, that's right. The Kodak EasyShare C613. Now you may be wondering, why this camera? Hasn't Kodak been out of business for quite a while? Well, honestly, I'm not too sure about that. I think they went out of business somewhat recently-ish. But anyhow, I'm trying to figure out if these kind of cameras are still useful or considerably good in 2017. Now, I will be comparing it with my main camera, which is shown right here. I use this for all my good videos. If I use another camera, I use my phone camera, which is not too bad, but it has some its downsides, that's for sure. So let's start here. Here's one thing you can now see about this camera. Instead of taking a rechargeable battery, like pretty much all cameras do these days, unless of course they're Polaroids or whatever, this takes two AA's, which essentially can lead to camera battery life being very poor. Alright, let's get to the benchmarks of this camera. One good thing about this camera is it does not need some proprietary format to save the photos in, and you don't need some special cable just for it to hook up to your computer. It simply takes an SD card. Very nice. Good job, Kodak. And for a basic idea of how big this camera actually is, here's the Kodak camera sitting right next to my Canon one. You'll notice the Kodak is a good bit taller, it's fatter, and it's thicker too. You'll also notice when the cameras are on, the lens extends a lot more than the Canon one. And here is a display of how long the two cameras take to turn on. As you can clearly see, the Canon takes much less time, and the Kodak takes its sweet ass time when turning on. Alright, here's an outdoor picture taken with the Kodak EasyShare camera. Now one thing though, I'm impressed with this camera's quality, especially for the time. One thing I will infer for a guess of when it was made, the CMOS battery in it is dead, and it thought it was 2007 at first. So the camera that is nearly 10 years old still takes considerably good photos in my opinion. I will do some more picture tests with this Kodak camera, and will compare with the Canon camera as well. Here's an indoor picture taken with the Kodak camera. It is of my current PC setup. Wonder why it did the flash though. Oh well, it still turned out pretty good in my opinion, and for some reason I just love that yellow date marker on the bottom right of the picture. I don't know why, but I've always had a soft spot for those. And here's yet another indoor picture taken with the Kodak camera. Instead, this is of my infamous Sony Wizardcones protection TV speaker. I absolutely love this thing. The flash made it look nice too. Now, I will be showing virtually the exact same pictures except taken with the Canon camera. Here is an outdoor picture taken with the Canon camera. It looks pretty nice too. However, I had a little trouble while making this look just right. Now here is the first indoor picture taken with the Canon camera. This turned out good as well, but for some reason it looks kind of washed out in my opinion. Kinda barely. Looks a little grainier too, somehow. Now here is the other indoor picture taken with the Canon camera of the speaker. It added a nice touch to it, honestly. I like the way this photo turned out. And now, here are both the photos compared side to side, for better convenience, of course. Now that that's on the way, now it's time to do the video quality test. The first video test will simply be a walk around the block, just to give a basic idea of its capabilities. One thing I will infer before I show the video quality of the Kodak camera when simply taking a walk outside. Funny story is, because the Kodak camera saves an old version of a .mov, I had to install QuickTime 7 just for the ability to import the video into Sony Vegas, as shown here. That was pretty funny, to be honest. Now, here's the video. Alright, here's a basic
test of the video quality. Honestly, I have no idea how good it is. Here it is. Basic look around the neighborhood. On the screen, it looks very low FPS, to be quite honest. Oh well, we'll find out for sure later.
One quick thing I will infer, I was right about the frames per second being low. And now, for the Canon camera's video quality. Here's the exact same area, except on the Canon camera. The preview looks much higher frames per second on the Canon screen, so I already have a feeling the Canon will beat the Kodak in the video quality test. And now for an audio quality test of both the cameras. Now this will be a little different. It won't be you just first one camera, then the other. Instead, I'll try and transition them to be like both at once. So like for the first couple of seconds it'll show the Kodak, then the Canon, and it'll keep switching. But they'll both play the exact same song, so it'll be efficient. This is just a quick warning for headphone users, as the Kodak's video is very loud. So I'm just warning you now. It may hurt your ears, so I recommend turning your volume down. In conclusion, with the Kodak EasyShare C613 still being good in 2017, in my opinion, if you just want to make pictures with the camera in very short videos, just showing something off for like maybe 20 seconds, I'd say go for it. But if you like making high quality videos with good microphone quality and all that, and super ultra high quality photos, which I'm not really used to, then I say this camera is not for you anymore. So basically, if you're for basic uses, you're still good, but if you want professional use, you better look elsewhere. Thanks for watching this video, guys. This actually took a lot more effort than most of my normal videos, because I tried to make this look professional using Sony Vegas to my best advantage. Yeah.